It was the 1695th day of the girl's captivity. That day, she experienced her first period. Her deranged kidnapper found it disgusting and decided to take her upstairs to clean up. It was the first time in 4 years that she left the basement. The long-lost sunlight stunned her into stillness. But under the kidnapper's harsh command, she had no choice but to head to the bathroom to wash up. The next day, Carl's mother noticed a long strand of golden hair on his clothes. Delighted, she assumed her son had finally fallen in love. But to her shock, Carl freaked out on the spot. Panicking at the thought of his mother discovering he was a kidnapper, Carl didn't hesitate. He shaved off all of Thea's beautiful golden hair. Fearing for her life, Thea could only silently endure Carl's twisted behavior. Soon, Christmas arrived. Thea decorated her little room with care, trying to maintain some connection to the outside world. Carl brought her a video camera and filmed himself giving her a gift. When she saw it was a Walkman, Thea was overjoyed. Finally, she could hear sounds from the outside world again. Meanwhile, her mother was still heartbroken over her daughter's disappearance, now 5 years ago. Thea's grandmother had even knitted a sweater, praying that her beloved granddaughter would one day return and try it on again. But what they didn't know was that their once cherished girl had been transformed by a madman into a silent prisoner of pain. After finishing chores one day, Thea was allowed to stay upstairs overnight for the first time. Carl brought out a zip tie. Without hesitation, Thea held out her hands. Years of torment had stripped away any desire to resist. By the 2029th day of her captivity, Thea had become numb to the fear that ruled her life. Carl's constant psychological abuse had turned her into a quiet, obedient shell of a girl. Because of her complete submission, Carl finally dared to take her outside. They went grocery shopping. Following his instructions, Thea quietly lifted a heavy oil drum, nearly bigger than herself. But when she turned around, Carl was gone. For the first time in years, Thea was alone. A possible chance to escape. Her heart pounded in her chest. She hesitated, on the verge of calling out to a nearby employee. But just as she was about to speak, Carl suddenly reappeared. With the store clerk just steps away, Thea had no choice but to quietly follow Carl out, the opportunity slipping through her fingers.